We are now on step 4. So for one-to-one relationships, add foreign keys to both sides of the relationship. Add 2 relation lines connecting the primary keys to the matching foreign keys. I have that written out here in my step 2. So first, let's add the foreign keys to both sides of the relationship. Then we'll add the relationship lines connecting the primary key to the matching foreign key. So what does that mean? Well, let's first look and see if we can find some one-to-one. So that one was for one-to-one relationships. Let's see if we can find a one-to-one relationship. So let's take a look first at faculty. Does faculty have any one-to-one relationships? Well, this one is a generalization, so this one is ruled out. This one to the right here is a 1. And then we move down here to the other side and we see a many because it has that star. So this is a one-to-many relationship. So we're not going to map this one. Then we have a 1 over on this side, another relationship, 1-to-1. So faculty and office are one-to-one relationships. So what do we do when we find a one-to-one relationship? Well, the first thing we do is add foreign keys to both sides of the relationship. So coming over here to my class diagram, I have faculty and office. I'm going to add an office attribute, an office foreign key. So I'm putting a foreign key to office in my faculty table. Now I'm going to put my primary key of faculty in my office because this is a one-to-one. So I'm actually just going to see if I can do this. See if I can be tricky and grab this one and pull it down here. All right. So this one is going to have a W number foreign key. So we've just added the foreign key or the primary key of office into faculty and the primary key of faculty into office. We need to make sure that they're specified as such. So I'm going to say FK and I'm going to make it bold here just like my primary key. And I'll do the same thing here. So we'll say FK. So these are foreign keys, right? So they take us back. This W number takes me back to this faculty. So I can reference whatever faculty my office belongs to, and my faculty can reference whatever office they have within their record. And now the next step is going to be, we're going to add 2 relation lines connecting each primary key to the matching key. So we need 2 lines. For one-to-one relationships, there needs to be 2 lines because each of these tables contains the foreign key to the other. So we're going to draw the foreign or the primary key. Let me pull this over a little bit here. We're going to draw this PK, this primary key of office ID, and match it up to office ID. So I'm going to grab a line here if it lets me. There you go. And I'm going to match it up to this. And you don't, in class diagrams, it doesn't matter where you put the line, right? So if I come and look at this, these lines can be connected wherever they connect. But if I want to connect them up here in my database table diagram, you notice I'm matching fields. So I'm matching my primary key to my foreign key. I'm going to come over here. These don't have arrows on them, so I'm going to remove the arrow. And, oh, that's not true. They do have arrows. I'm so sorry. They do have arrows. Let's take a look and see if my slide has anything about arrows in it. There we go. So we have crow's feet notation in database table diagramming. The arrows are a little bit different here, as you can see, to determine what multiplicity we have. These actually talk about relationship and multiplicity. So we can see that if it has this little line here, this means 1, and this 0 means 0. So this is essentially saying the same thing. Oh, here we go. We have this one here too. We have this 0 and 1, which is what we were just looking at, says 0 or 1. So this means 0 or 1. This one with the 2 lines means 1 or 1. This one with the 0 and the crow's foot, this means many. So we have 0 or many, so 0 or many. 1 is always this little line here, so 1 or many. And this is crow's feet notation, and you can use them together in all these different combinations. But if we look at the course registration, we have a 0 or 1 and a 0 or 1. And so when we map that over, right, we have this line here, this 1 line so far. We are going to want to make sure that they have 0 or 1 crow's feet notation on both sides because that is what both of them have. They both have 0 or 1. So I have 0 or 1 on that side. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Okay, and then 0 or 1 on the other side. I always lose track of where these are. Okay, here we go. 1, 2. There we go. So this is 0 or 1 and 0 or 1. And then we need to map the other primary key with the other foreign key. So here's my primary key of W number. I'm going to map that up to the foreign key, its foreign key in Office. And notice here that it just does the last line that I created. So the last one had these two ends, so it just did that for this particular line that I just drew. All right, so that's one-to-one. Do we have any other one-to-one relationships in this? And I don't see any. So we have one to many. We have, oh, that one's not in there. We have, let's see, with student, we have student and section. So 0 to many, or many to many. So, excuse me, we have one-to-one here, one to many here, generalization here, 0 to many, I'm sorry, many to many, and many, or one to many. So you can tell by the multiplicities marked. And that means that we've officially finished step 4 and can now move on to step 5.